Well, Misty and Bentley step through a curtain of glowing vines and into the hidden grove that looks as if it was painted by moonlight itself. The air hums with gentle magic. Lanterns float like will-o-wisps, casting golden reflections across a lily-covered pond. So I'm gonna send you all this image real quick so that you can see it. Courtesy of keeping certain tangents prior. Okay. Stone steps rise on the far side of the pond, leading to an ivy-wrapped archway, softly pulsing with arcane light. This is where they gather, the new students of House Viradora, surrounded by the quiet song of frogs and the occasional ripple of unseen fish beneath the lilies. At the edge of the water stands someone, lounged against a sun-warmed stone like they were born for the golden hour. Every inch of them kissed an amber light. Their wild red hair curled in lazy defiance around their face. Let me just save this image. Because I forgot we were doing this on Discord, not my usual presentation. So I did not have this downloaded. Share, download, current page, download. Here we are. Yes. Their wild red hair curled in lazy defiance around their face, catching the breeze like flames too proud to be tamed. Cat-like ears twitched with amusement beneath a tilted headband and dusk-shadowed roses. Downloads. Here we are. Welcome to Viradora's newest sparks. Shoes off, toes in, shots up, take a kiwi cock or a mocktail. That's how we do it here. Come on, little pookies. You didn't think Viradora was going to be boring, did you? They greeted warmly while gesturing to the water, wielding a tray of fanciful drinks, just enough for all of the newcomers. Bentley, Misty, what are your initial impressions of your fated house? And do you take a drink?
Oh my goodness, this man. This word comes up again, the Pookie. Are we all Pookie? Is everybody in this house a Pookie? You take a shot to calm your nerves, because, like, that's a lot of responsibility.
Um, so Misty is all in, except for drinking off, of course.
There's
She,
also a mocktail option.
oh, there is a mocktail option. She will happily take the mocktail option. Having in her hand, taking off the Crocs, holding in her other hand, feet in the sand. Do 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 do.
There is no sand, only pond.
Water.
After distributing drinks to those who are willing, they place the tray down on the low table. The drink is a refreshing kiss of tart kiwi and herbal fizz, with a floral aftertaste that tinkles like moonlight dancing on your tongue. They select a new tray that holds warm mushroom pastries and herb cheeses before making their way around again. My name is Elian Fenn, your upperclassman, resident assistant, and oh, unofficial emotional support fox, they introduce. I took this role because I remember what it's like to feel lost, to not know if you belong. And I wanted to be the person I needed back then, when I was young. So, whether it's crying at 2 a.m., failing your first divination lesson, it is hard, or needing someone to sit with at lunch, I have your back. I know it's scary, all of this, what's happening to you, what brought you here, But I promise you, when you come home to Viradora, you'll feel safe. Always. They assured before flashing a grin and raising 2 fingers. Oh, and if any of those bastards from the other houses give you trouble, just tell me. I'll jab them in the eyes, real gentle like. They emphasize with a clawing motion. So Bentley, Misty, what is your initial impression on this new person, Ellie and Finn, who will be facilitating your time here in the space?
I love him.
They're very their energy is
I
like
love him.
very extra, but you feel like he'd be a great addition to Drama Llamas.
I mean, you can invite him. Elian grinned as he lifted his glass, a kiwi cocktail, the signature drink of Viradora. I know you've all already spent the day together, but I've only just met you. What's a few more minutes when our goddess Taylor Swift is on the stereo? They chimed while turning up the music, playing a dreamy remix of Enchanted. Come on, let's frolic in the water like the baddies we are. They are already halfway across the pond, tail flicking, shirt untucked, and magic dancing at their fingertips like fireflies. The tension from earlier melts away in Elian's presence. The water's warm, no one's wearing shoes anymore. So tell me, Bentley and Misty, now that you're here, who do you feel like talking to and why? Describe their appearance.
Oh, this is a lot. Oh my goodness. Let me get the name chart. Can I talk with Quinn?
Yeah, sure. Quinn, can you unmute?
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, Quinn, tell me more about this face claim that shares your name.
I'm what, me?
All right, Dana, what do you say to Quinn?
I'm assuming they're like, is this like swimming height, or is this like we get in and it's like knee height water?
It's ankle height.
It's ankle height. So we're like frolicking in a puddle.
You are frolicking in yes, a puddle. I can't think of anything right now.
Okay, absolutely. Bentley's frolicking through this puddle. They're trying not to slip on some lily pads, and they see this person, and they're like, "Hey, I've been trying to get to know everybody in the school. My name's Bentley. Who are you? I haven't seen you around." My bad. Okay, give me a second. My name's Bentley. I'm trying to get to know everyone in the school. I ain't seen you around before. I'm just trying to get to know everyone.
So, Quinn exhales a cloud of smoke into Bentley's face. They had been smoking something of the leaf variety the entirety of this orientation. I'm Quinn, they said, standing at a whopping 5'8".
Oh, y'all the same height.
Bentley blinks, and they're like, "Is that tobacco?"
I mean, it can be.
I mean, it's nice. It's nice to meet you. I think, yeah, I've smoked a few cigarettes. I never really liked it. What you got rolled up?
Why don't you take it?
Okay, bet. You'll up if I fall in the pond though, right? That'd be a hell of a way to go out on the first day.
It's not gonna kill you. Worst case scenario, you pass out and you drown in an inch of water.
I have so much confidence puffing this. Hand it over.
Can I get a con roll, please?
Bye, gang. Can't wait to fail
Oh
this.
god. Protect Bentley!
That one incoming.
Bentley!
Oh.
Bentley?
Oh.
Bentley!
Yeah,
Bentley!
yeah. I'm coach. I'm here, huh?
Bentley awakens, laying on their back, submerged 8 inches into this 8-inch water. They're being shaken by Elian, who is looking upon them with concern. Ah! Bentley! Bentley, are you still here? Are you with us?
I'm right here. I'm right here. Did I go anywhere? I've been here, right?
Oh, okay.
You passed out.
Oh,
Like-
for real?
Yeah. Are you okay?
It was intense. I don't know what happened. I turned around and I frolicked. This is Elliot, by the way. I was just frolicking when I turned around. You threw your body on the buffet table, and you started eating as many of the crab cakes as you could muster. You threw it all up and rolled over into the floor, and then you started. Yeah, you weren't responsive. Are you okay?
Oh man, I ate all the crab cakes. Oh, my bad. I would have saved you one. I didn't know what I was doing. Oh man, did the ears come out? Or were there no ears?
Hey, buddy. Maybe you should just take a seat for a second here, Elian said while guiding Bentley over to a chair. As you were being guided by Elian, you could look over their shoulder and see tears in Quinn's eyes from how perfect that moment was.
I'm so full of crab.
Misty? Bentley tweaking aside, is there anyone you would like to speak to?
I actually wanted to speak with Elian, but Bentley nearly died. So she will follow them over to the bench to make sure Bentley is secured and safe. And then she is going to ask Elian, you mentioned a divination earlier? Can you, what does that mean?
Elian's rubbing Bentley's back, holding a convenient bucket underneath his mouth just in case he's feeling a little woozy. And he says, "Oh, I was referring to the Divination and Prophecy course. It is, how do I say, just a bit of a doozy, but I don't want you to be too scared. Maybe I was just bad at that class. Maybe I just didn't vibe with Professor Veilbrook, and that's okay. I thought I would vibe with him because apparently he grew up here in Viradora, but maybe we just are on a different wavelength."
See, okay. So, what are your extracurriculars right now? Take them?
My extracurriculars are not the same as yours because I am moving with my class, if that makes sense. However, I do enjoy looking. I do enjoy myself some spellcasting theater.
Oh, that's nice. So you're a fourth year or third year? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that part.
I'm a second year. You're upperclassman.
Oh, okay. And we're gonna be in the same house. So, will it be too much to ask for your number, just in case?
Oh, I'm
anything
going to
happens?
give all of you my number. As your resident assistant, I'm going to be on call for any of the issues that you have in the house, any issues that you have in your class, and just serve as an overall resource. I will hand out my number to everyone shortly, he says, looking upon Bentley with concern.
I'm good. I'm good now. I don't. It's not the first time this has happened. I'm good. I promise.
Okay. If you insist, he says. Could you take out your phone? Just if you're conscious enough to do so.
Yeah, the flip phone here.
Okay. Elian proceeds to take out their flip phone. And yeah, they have a flip phone too. And they take this moment to tap phones with all members of your first year class to assure that you have their contact information.
Sweet, we're connected.
All right. Is there anything else you all would like to do before I proceed?
Quinn, what was in that cigarette?
Quinn's not even here anymore. They are, but they're pretending they don't hear you.
Quinn! Quinn, I know you hear me talking!
You see them kind of like hold a hand by their ear and they point to it. And it's as if you're trying to talk to them through a soundproof glass. They're making notions like, I can't hear you.
You spend 2 minutes like gesturing like I know you can hear. You know what? I'll ask you tomorrow. I don't feel well enough to stand up.
Okay. So, next we have house. Now, 10 steps through the reinforced glass doors of House Magitegra, a gleaming sanctuary of innovation. It isn't just a door. It is a futuristic laboratory. Floating blueprints shimmer mid-air, gears hover in seamless rotation, and enchantments glow gently along the veins of the marble floor. The air is cool and crisp, humming with ambient magical current, as though the walls themselves are calculating and curious. To the left, a moonlit reading hall pulses with information, a library where tomes respond to touch and reorganize themselves mid-air. To the right, a sleek laboratory gleams with potion stations and arcane consoles. The smell of electric citrus and pressed metal sharp in the air. So I'm going to drop this photo in Magitegra. And I am going to open, download, current page. Here we are. The sound of heels click across the floor. The group turns. Enter she, their upperclassman resident assistant, and walking magical magazine cover. She walks like she owns the floor because in many ways, she does. Boop. She smiled, perfectly poised. Welcome to House Magitegra, where brilliance isn't optional, it's expected. She lifts a silver tray of sparkling glass flutes filled with a iridescent green liquid. Take one, don't worry, the fizz is intentional. We call it the poison apple. It's our signature drink. As she passes them out, enchanted music fades in behind her. Tim, what are your initial impressions of your faded house? And do you take a drink?
Before I do anything, I open my phone and I send the first message into the group chat. Hold on, there's an alarm going off. Anyways, I send the first message into the group chat that we made, and I direct it to Salem specifically, and I say, there is a lab, and I put an exclamation point. And then I close my phone. And I do not take a drink.
All right.
I'll
just
pass
so you
on
know,
that.
there's mocktails too, so it's not exclusively alcohol.
Either way, I don't trust a drink called the poison apple. I don't know what's in that shit, so I'm gonna avoid it. Because right now she looks like she's plantified, and there could very much be actual poison in this in a small dosage.
Alright, so two things happen as a result of your actions. One, you send a text into your group chat, and it doesn't take long for your hip to vibrate, with Salem returning the text, essentially saying, "Oh my god, that's so cool! I hope that you're having a better housewarming than ours. Someone blacked out."
Oh no.
I respond with saying, "I probably shouldn't drink then."
Roman opens the group chat so you could see the CNAT, 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 and obviously he's standing to your right, so you can see him look at the phone before he kind of just tucks it back away in his pocket. So your resident assistant comes down around with the tray, and she extends it to you, and you like raise a hand and like politely decline, and you see Romaine kind of like side eye you. And then she approaches him, and he also declines.
Trendsetter. He
That
let
boy's
someone.
a follower. Follower.
I side eye Romaine and think to myself, "I'm glad he's reading the messages at least."
This skips the description of the drink. She was very intentional with her motions, especially when she invited them to try some of the pumpkin pie ravioli spears. Do you eat any of the food?
Absolutely.
Ah, yes. So you go to take a plate, and Romaine is close behind. They were delicate orbs of pumpkin spice, burst with creamy warmth, balanced by savory undertones, and a pop of magical molecular flair. Could you give me an intel roll really quickly?
Do I have to? How do I check whether or not I'm doing like a plus or minus or something like?
Ah, I see that's missing from your character sheet. For your intel, I believe you don't have an additional.
Yeah, it's a 0. We can add that to later once the session's on max.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just for now, just 1d20. That's it. Right?
Yes.
Correct.
All right.
Oh, bro.
Mm.
My first.
Max,
Mm.
Max, the first nat 1 of the campaign.
He's blacking out.
On a ravioli.
What's
Yep.
in this
Yeah, dude.
ravioli?
The ravioli spiked, Max. The drink was fine. The food wasn't in your house.
Son of a bitch.
The pumpkin was
Okay.
a drink.
So her skin gleamed like a sunlit pearl, her features elegant and framed by flawless, ink dark waves of hair. She wasn't just a leader, she was a brand, and when she spoke, it wasn't to be liked, it was to be remembered. My name is Solel Varnes. I'm your resident assistant, public relations lead, and all-around fixer. You can come to me when your projects explode, or if your lab partners ghost you. Or, when someone from another house decides to get too bold. I took this job because I believe in setting the standard and raising it. If you need help, I'll help you. If you need direction, I'll chart your course. If you need someone to talk to, she winks. I book one-on-ones in style, glitter tea optional. But seriously, this world is changing fast. You're either the one innovating or the one getting left behind. And trust me, none of you are getting left behind on my watch. Tim, what are your initial impressions of Solel, who will be facilitating your time here in your home space?
I'm questioning what she put in this ravioli.
It's
It
a
tasted
mystery.
good. It tasted good, but I'm getting some off vibes from it after letting it settle for a second. Other than that, she doesn't seem like the egotistical kind of like girl. She just seems very sophisticated with the way she speaks. So I'm actually pretty happy to have somebody like that instead of she doesn't feel like she wants to rule over us. She feels like she wants to help us, but like in a very extremely proper way. So it feels good to have that sort of leadership.
She gestures towards a half-assembled circuit laid across a glowing workbench. Now, while you're finishing up your drinks and your food, let's celebrate your arrival the right way. Shoes optional, but brains are required. Let's build. Now, Tim, everyone is tinkering at a communal workbench with provided materials. It doesn't look like there's a purpose precisely for the things laid out in front of you, but as you look upon it, you feel as if you could start putting some pieces together. For what in particular, you don't know. Now, at first impression, who in this room seems like competition or a future collaborator?
All right, let's scroll up real quick. Actually, I don't need to scroll that far. It's right here. So I don't see too much competition. There is one that strikes me down, and that I believe her name is Delilah, as she was one of the people who were handpicked to be in that one group earlier. But I'm never intimidated by anybody. Like I said, I enjoy the competition, especially because I don't get much of it at home. As well as, at the end of the day, I think this is more of a team effort, so I think I'll try to diminish the competition as much as possible and try to join forces, especially now that I have Romaine, who is, if I would like to consider officially a friend, as well as somebody like Riven, who is also part of the same Elemental Blitz team as me. So I feel like there's more friendships here than competition, and I feel pretty good about that.
Now, would you like to talk to anyone? Exchange info if you haven't already.
I think obviously first, I think I'm gonna approach Romaine, just to do a small chat, see how he's settling, and considering I want to heighten this friendship a little more than the awkward talks we've had throughout the time we've been here.
All right.
Hey, Romaine, those raviolis, man, they're something else. There's got to be something in there, because it's making me feel weird, but it's still pretty fucking good.
It makes you feel weird to the point where you decide to sit out on the tinkering. You just can't get your head together enough. You're a little disoriented. Maybe the fatigue of the day is finally catching up to you. So, unfortunately, you are missing out on the tinkering time. However,
son of a bitch.
Romaine appears to already be tinkering with some things in front of himself. From the way that he is engaged with the objects, it seems as if he can create something out of nothing. He puts together pieces in a way that perhaps you haven't considered yourself, but it becomes painstakingly clear why he had chosen Magitetra. He's just a natural at creating. And he says, you say that the pumpkin is weird, and his first question is, oh man, let me pause, because his first reaction would be to make a face when you say it's not seeking properly with your gut, and he goes, I feel fine. Are you allergic to pumpkin or something?
I don't think so. I mean, I've had a good amount of it at home. It's my mom's famous recipe. Although sometimes I can't tell the difference between sweet potato and pumpkin, so I can't technically tell you that. But I would hope not, because it's still pretty good. So I might have to take the hit on that.
I admire their decision to feed us something that's on the higher end variety versus just serving, say, a traditional pumpkin pie. Sure, I think if they were to serve a pie, it would give that homely feeling that I'm sure everyone here is searching for. But I think that the meal itself just reaffirms my idea to choose this household. I feel as if it could match my sophistication.
Well, that was a whole lot of interesting verbs that you decided to use for that sentence. Not too used to that. but I like your attitude.
Mm.
Um, I I still wouldn't recommend eating any more of it. What do you have going on here? It looks like you're building something. My head is somewhere else right now, so I'm having a little trouble doing it myself. But it looks like you're getting it done pretty well.
When I look upon these pieces, it's hard to explain. It just feels like it's a puzzle that's waiting to be solved. I don't know about a lot about magic yet, but hopefully they'll allow us to take these projects home, and I can ask someone who does know a thing or two.
All right. Well, I'm here to help. Not currently, but eventually. And hopefully we can figure this out together because I feel like we're gonna make some pretty cool stuff here, especially since this is out of the norm of what I'm used to. So not sure about you too much, but definitely new to me.
Why don't you take a seat? You are swaying while you're talking to me. It's concerning. I cannot lift you if you fall.
Yeah, that makes some sense. I'm gonna sit here real quick. And then side note, I take out my phone and text in the group chat, directing to Salem again. Don't trust the food either.
To which Salem immediately replies, "I've already had 10 of their mushroom cakes!" All caps.
Oh jeez. Dot dot dot.
Needless to say, you spend the rest of the time quietly socializing with Romaine while he puts together a variety of different trinkets whose purpose is unknown to you all as of yet, but he just has a gut feeling that this is where all of those pieces belong. Now, we make our way over to Draconia. The path to Draconia wasn't paved, it was carved. Ancient crystal corridors shimmering with blue fire, echoing the forgotten weight of dragons beneath stone and memory. The walls, they glisten with emerald quartz and sapphire veined pillars that hum faintly with magic. Wildfires have rooted in cracks where light dares to fall, blooming defiantly in violet and crimson. It feels sacred here, untouched, as if the place itself remembers more than it reveals. As Cain enters, the chamber quiets, all sound dulled by velvet shadows, and soft glow sconces shaped like coiled worms. The air is crisp, tinged with old incense minerals and a whisper of lavender. At the far end of the crystal hall, half seated on a broken throne carved from dragon bone and marble, is someone who seems born from the architecture itself. He does not rise to greet you, not at first. He studies each of you, calmly, a thin crystal glass of violet fizz in hand, then a smirk, all princely polish and pharaoh precision, touches his lip. Ah, so these are the newest heirs to our legacy. Cain, your initial impressions on your fated house. And
Oh. No, go ahead.
go ahead. I spoke too soon.
The initial thoughts is just like, man, I know like like his inner thought process is like, damn, I know I have money, but this is kind of like too grandeur. Like it's very high echelon. Whereas like my family kind of lives in a big house. We kind of don't like showcase the flair, right?
Mm.
So it's just kind of like, wow, I guess this is a lot. This is big. This is like bigger than himself.
He finally stands, graceful as falling silk. Welcome to Draconia. I am Kiran Wraith, your resident assistant, representative, an occasional pain in your side. He hands each of you a glass of Draconia's signature mocktail. This is a mocktail, there is no alcohol options. A sparkling blueberry mint elixir that cools the tongue and sharpens the mind. Do you take a drink, Cain?
Yes, I do.
Let this drink be your first taste of balance, magic and discipline, power and poise. The drink tasted of rich blueberry and mint swirled with lavender ice, cool and mysterious, like sipping a secret from an ancient crystal throne. House Draconia doesn't ask for perfection, he continues, circling the room like a panther in a court. We demand growth. We honor potential, and we protect our own. He paused, glancing over his shoulder with the faintest grin. And if any rival house threatens that, I'll handle it. Quietly, elegantly, and thoroughly. He gestures to the glowing steps behind him, leading into a library chapel hybrid, brimming with draconic relics, books, and polished dueling floors. You'll train here, you'll bleed here, and if I've done my job, you'll rise here. He locks eyes with each of you, gaze burning with ambition as he raises his glass again. To new legacies. Cain, what is your initial impression of Kieran Wraith, who will be facilitating your time here in your home space?
Cain, he looks at Kieran and is, you know how Kieran started, but where he is now and how he talks about the house. You're comfortable, you're happy. He's excited to learn more about what it actually means to be what he's become. He's excited to see what he can do. With, he's made a friend in the house. He has a group chat with 3 of them. And Riven. And he's just very, very excited to get to the bottom of his own potential. And, achieve the potential that Kieran's at least putting out. What he's demonstrating that this house can do.
Kieran steps back and lets the music swell, an orchestral rendition of a war march remixed with ambient magic. Candles flicker, the crystal pulses. Being the haven of scholars and innovators, it doesn't take long for conversation in House Draconia to shift naturally into sharp, thoughtful exchanges. Ideas ripple across the room like magic itself, while all enjoyed glossy tartlets layered with fruits and spiced honey, elegant, bold, and impossibly balanced like a duel of flavor and grace. Kieran watches with a knowing smile. This is exactly as it should be. Cain, amidst all this intellect, is there someone here whose mind you'd like to pick at? What draws you to them? And if you can, describe them for us.
Cain looks to Silas, is like, and is about to go bother him again, and he like takes a step back because Silas has kind of already bailed him out of an awkward situation already. He should let Silas be. And he has the whole glamour thing he was talking about, so he doesn't want to like.
Can I get a dex roll?
Okay. I don't remember what dex is. New character. It's not great.
It might be good. It's not bad.
It's not terrible.
Okay. Let me just,
This is a competing role.
Oh no. He's gonna roll so
Okay.
well.
So, you take a hesitating step in Silas's direction, and then you look away, and you take a step back, looking off to the side for just anyone else to no longer be a bother to him. You can only hope that Silas did not notice. So who would you like to talk to?
And he goes to a face that he hasn't spoken to, which I believe her name is Ava, the pink-haired, pink-eyed girl.
Ava. There you are. Ava is sketching away in a personal sketchbook. For now, with simply a pencil.
Hey, Cal. My name is Cain. I kind of want to just introduce myself since we're gonna be housemates.
Hey.
um, what are you sketching there?
Oh, she said in 5-3. Um, I've never seen crystals like this before, and I'm trying to wrap my head around how I would draw them. She says, referring to the columns that line the very elegant corridor.
Cain kind of like takes a glance at the big room again and just takes a kind of admires you for a second and says, "Yeah, I can see why how that's caught your eye. It's different. I also have not seen anything like it."
Yeah, yeah. I'm almost tempted to sleep without my dream catcher tonight. See what kind of nightmares a place like this would bring me.
He hears those words and he kind of like throws them for a second, and he goes, I'm more interested in what dreams we can have here. I think this place, this house, might be a great way, might really push us to strive for great things.
What's the one thing that you're most excited to learn here?
I kind of want to compare the any information they have on vampires if it matches the old world. I don't old where the where we all came from. I guess I want to see if it matches like and learn more about that since. And he kind of like shows off his fangs, like raises the lip. I kind of want to know what I can do.
Oh, okay. So you caught the vampire gene. I guess that's kind of sexy.
Um, uh, uh, and for Kane's like it's happening again. I'm just trying to be friendly, and people are saying I'm coming on strong. uh, I didn't mean it that way. I was just
You didn't mean it what
no.
way?
Well, because earlier someone said I was coming onto them when I wasn't, and they said it
I
was because the
didn't think you
vampire
were
thing.
coming on to me.
Oh, okay. I just
Were
misheard
you?
that. No, just just trying to get to know you, try to be a friend. I don't even know your name.
Oh, I'm Ava Thornwillow.
A pleasure, Ava. Um,
A pleasure to meet you too, Kane. And I hope being a vampire is not painful.
definitely too late for that. Kind of already like stabbed my tongue twice since I've woken up as this.
Have you considered putting marshmallows on your fangs?
Do you have marshmallows?
I do not have marshmallows. I have erasers.
But that's not gonna taste great.
Yeah, but you won't stab your tongue anymore. You gotta work with
Uh,
fire. I'm trying to best.
No. Your best is more than enough. I'm gonna pass on the erasers, but if we encounter marshmallows, we can tackle that idea or any other
Oh,
soft.
wait. Hold on. I have a solution, she says while going over to the table where the tartlets are and picking off 2 blueberries. Turning back around. Yeah, this is going to taste better than my erasers would and protect your tongue for, well, maybe like an hour, so we better grab a handful.
Um, yeah, I guess it can work. And he kind of like grabs 2, thanks, and like puts them in the fang.
Mm-hmm. You now have blueberries on your fang. It is impeding your ability to speak. Please add that to your roleplay.
It's kind of
Oh
hard.
joy!
It's kind of hard to speak like this.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. She says as she grabs a handful of blueberries herself, stuffing them into her cheeks so that she too has a speech impediment. I guess this is as I call it like now.
You didn't have to do that, but I really appreciate it.
This
You should
part.
give me.
Uh,
You should give me a number so we can talk when we're not in the same place.
okay. It's just particularly bad 'cause I don't like blueberries.
You take them out. Take them out if you don't like blueberries.
I stand here in solidarity with you.
Cain takes out his blueberries. Take them out. Take them out. I'm not gonna make you eat or have something in your mouth that you don't like.
She opens her mouth wide, a little wider than maybe humanly possible, allowing the saliva covered blueberries to naturally fall out of her mouth in small pebble like patterns until a heap of it comes out all together just by her feet.
Oh
And
my
then she
God.
slowly closes her mouth and looks at you. Well, that didn't work.
Uh, hey, the house is all about improving ideas, right? That's just attempt 1.
Maybe we could get someone from Magitechra to make fang caps.
Maybe. I do appreciate you doing that, even though you don't like blueberries.
Oh,
Um,
wait, I was drawing. Okay, bye. And just like that, she turns back to her sketchbook and focuses back in on the piece of crystal architecture that she was previously sketching.
Kane kind of enters like, maybe that went well enough to consider another friend. I'm gonna say I got another friend on the belt. And he kind of like walks away, satisfied with the interaction.
Alright, friends. Solstice, Chapter 1. As the sun dips low and magical light fills the air, you spend the better half of the afternoon immersed in music, laughter, and spells with your new housemates. Between enchanted games, thoughtful talks, and a little chaos, your first day closes not with pressure, but promise. So, if you had to room with one person you met, who would it be and why?
I guess probably Kai. Bentley would pick Kai because they already kind of proposed this friendship thing, and they definitely want to talk with them and facilitate that and foster that. And they haven't necessarily like connected with anybody else like that.
Cain.
It would definitely be Silas. Elemental Blitz, like sports teammate,
course it would.
housemate, housemate. Saved him out of the little awkward situation.
That's a bit sassy.
That's just that's like
He's straight.
that's just none of this is romantically. This is just platonic. That's a really good friend to have, and yeah.
Your track record's not mathing, but it's okay, dog.
Oh my god.
Yes. So I would probably room with Marcy, because I guess they're friends. And if she wants to be at the top, I can help her be at the top. And that makes me the right-hand man.
Tim.
It would definitely be Romaine, mainly because of the two people that I talk to currently. I'm getting responses already on the phone from one of them, so I feel like the only way to really talk to Romaine, since he doesn't seem to be the person to be on his phone all the time, is to actually physically communicate with him. So I could always talk to Salem anytime she's responding to me immediately at that, whereas Romaine only takes glances and then he just puts his phone away. So I definitely, in order to keep up the conversation with him specifically, I think it's good to just be roommate with him.
Now, who is someone that you've met today that you would like to avoid at all costs?
In terms of like who we met, Bentley doesn't think anything was maliciously said or done, because like, Delilah, that was kind of rude, but at the same time it's like it didn't do anything offensive to their person. And then when they took that cigarette from Quinn, it's like Quinn probably didn't know what would happen. Maybe it was a risk, maybe it wasn't. So nobody yet, but they're definitely feeling out how they want to continue with a lot of people.
For Cain, it would be the only person who gave him like a weird look, which is Romaine. He had a little awkward moment with Noelle and Riven, but that was more of just kind of the personality clash and kind of maybe even Cain's own speaking fault, rather than he doesn't know Romaine at all, and yet he got like a really weird glance from him. So it's like maybe I like keep my distance from him from that for now. We can kind of do like another first impressions, start over type thing.
Probably, I don't know, really. I'm still going to say Ezra, Moonheart. I would like to avoid them. They ain't do nothing wrong to me, but yeah.
They weird.
Just off of vibes.
Vibes alone, fuck that guy.
Judging a book by their cover. Got it. Well, that's what they're doing to you.
Absolutely.
Tim?
Honestly, of the entire roster, there's really only one person that I'm kind of suspicious of, and that's through just hanging out with Romaine, and that is Cain. I'm not necessarily suspicious of him, but man, Romaine seems like a pretty cool dude, so I can't imagine that he's like offended for no reason. So I gotta be like a little shady of Cain here.
So you're on Team Roman or Romaine?
As of right now, until I get more context, I am on Team Romaine.
Oh man.
Crazy.
The facts are the facts. Now, Misty, I have a question for you. Who do you think Bentley is going to end up with and why?
Bentley, who they're gonna end up with? Um, at the moment, I'm probably gonna say Kai because they bounce off each other pretty well. Like, I guess they hit it off, so I think they'd end up dating pretty quickly.
And Cain, who do you think Tim is going to end up with and why?
Off of the first day, I think Tim may end up with Salem. They kind of have that, it's Bentley. Salem. I think they have that kind of like smart introvert and like, socially unaware extrovert vibe going on, and I think it's kind of fun to see their balance between each other.
Now, Tim, who do you think Misty is going to end up with and why?
He's not on the list. I don't remember his name, but like the upperclassman.
Elian?
Yeah, that,
You're
yeah, that guy.
Keep trying to call him E-Lion. It's Elian.
So definitely him.
You did kind of like come over and be like, hey, can I get that number?
As he proceeded to hand it to everyone.
Exactly.
But she has it.
And Bentley, who do you think Cain is going to end up with and why?
You already know who I'm gonna say.
Don't you dare!
You already know. I've
He's
seen
so
you in. I've seen you out in the wild. I've seen your track record. I feel like, in your soul, spiritually, you are with Silas. You will get with someone else in campaign, but in your heart, you're with Silas.
Oh my god.
I gotta think of your ship name now.
Kylus. Sane. I like Sane.
It could just be Silas, but like with a C instead of a S, and you can just pronounce it like that.
You're absolutely right.
Oh, you're kind of spitting with that one. It looks aesthetic.
It does. It does.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
Now that the house parties are in full swing, here's your gentle reminder. Everyone, if you go up to the category that says players, all of you have a phone kind of icon underneath your name. That's where you will hold any text conversations. So you have the phone numbers of everyone whose group chat you've joined. So if you joined like Constellations, you have both Salem and Kai's number. You also have the number of your resident assistant and anyone whose number you got through your various interactions. So, if there's someone at your house party that you're vibing with, feel free to talk to them in character and ask for their number. That way you can text them later. Text roleplays are completely optional, just a fun way to explore your character between sessions. If you choose to text RP, please be ready to share a brief recap at the next section. No need for full transcripts, just enough to let others know who you've been talking to and what's developing. Unless you explicitly ask the DM to keep certain things secret. Yeah. But otherwise, this seems like a great place to end the campaign for tonight.